The amount of fuss surrounding Greta Van Fleet's debut album is both exciting and a little bit concerning. On the one hand, it's always great to sort of see the mainstream press get really excited about rock music. On the other though, when they're being referred to as the second coming of Led Zeppelin, it's intriguing if not a little bit worrying. So you kind of got to hope that this album, the debut Anthem of the Peaceful Army, can stand on its own two legs. It's out now via Republic Records. So let's get this out of the way at the start. Yes, Anthem of the Peaceful Army is a little too close for Led Zepp for comfort. There's being inspired and then there's this. That's not to suggest Greta Van Fleet have ripped them off in any way, as if they could, but they've certainly modelled their sound on the 70s rockers. Now that that's out of the way, the question is whether Anthem of the Peaceful Army is actually a good album. And the good news is that yes it is. A very good album, in fact. It sounds more like it belongs in a certain time period, the one we've already mentioned, than it does 2018, but as far as rock music goes, they've certainly nailed their debut. Opener Age of Man is all about its chorus, a powerful performance from both the guitars and the vocals. It sets up the album perfectly. Uncomplicated rock, but plenty of catchiness about it. Try and put the comparisons out of your mind. Something Greta Van Fleet don't exactly make easy, I will admit. Try and enjoy the groovy riffs and the excitable vocals of the likes of The Cold Wind and When the Curtain Falls in a Bubble. Just see this as its own thing as best you possibly can, because only Greta Van Fleet matter, and what they've done here is ultimately very good and very enjoyable. You're the One with its foot-tapping melody, an easy-to-sing-along chorus, the New Day's acoustic tune and its nice vibes, and the super country twang of Mountain of the Sun. It's all good rock and fun. But there are also some misses too, to be honest. Tracks that lack energy and maybe try a little too hard to create the haze of an older rock sound. Watching Over is one such bland sounding track, and Brave New World really doesn't do much at all. It's also fair, I think, to say that the constant high-pitched vocals will grate on occasion. They start at a really high level and they stay that way throughout. In fact, there are times when it goes even higher and you're kind of like, oh, that's a bit ear-splitting. And that's certainly not going to be for everyone. However, there's a nice amount of confident swagger throughout this album. It's layered throughout it. The kind that conjures up images of packed stadium shows over like small club venues. You know, you can kind of see this band walking along, singing along inside Wembley or something like that based off this album. On this showing, it doesn't seem completely out of the realm of possibility for Greta Van Fleet. But ultimately, it keeps coming back to this thing. They might have to find their own sound first. The comparisons that are drawn between them and Led Zeppelin, they're fair. You listen to this and you might have to sort of check. If you didn't know who you were listening to at the start, you might have to just check. Am I listening to something from Led Zeppelin that I've never heard of before? Which again brings a problem in itself. If you're not a fan of Led Zeppelin, you're not going to like this ultimately because it's just too close to that. Being inspired by such a important band, there's nothing wrong with that. There are many, many, many rock bands and artists out there that will say they have been. But Greta Van Fleet have clearly tried to capture something here. And while they have succeeded in that, it's certainly going to bring a lot of criticism on them. Check it out yourself. Well, let me know what you think in the comments section. The album's out now via Republic Records. Maybe you think, God damn, this is literally the second coming of Led Zeppelin, and you love it. Maybe you think exactly the same and you think, my God, what a bunch of charlatans, rip-off artists. Either way, it is still a good album. There's no getting away from that fact.